Hello and welcome to the Full on Faith community, guys. I'm really excited about this video that I'm going to be making today. So, today I'm going to be talking about when God calls you into a period of your life that you don't necessarily want to be in, but it's necessary for your growth. So, for me, what that looks like right now is I'm in a period of singleness. I am entering my season, well, not even entering, I have been in my season of singleness. And I will say it has been challenging. I have definitely tried to beat the odds. I've tried to date, and each and every single time it has not gone as planned. So I have finally gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, God, I'm listening. Okay. I'm listening to you. Like, clearly, I'm meant to stay single right now. There's a reason for that. Let me just listen to you because otherwise, I'm going to keep wasting my time, wasting my energy. And who wants to keep on doing that, right? I definitely can say that I had to discover that God wanted me to work on my relationship with Him first before I can work on a relationship with a man, right? Like, God is meant to be our number one priority. And when He's not your number one priority, He's going to do whatever He can to make sure that He becomes your number one priority. So if He sees you idolizing certain habits or certain relationships, certain environments over Him, He's going to do what He needs to do to slowly wean you away from that and get you closer to Him, right? And so that may look differently for each and every person. You may feel like you're entering a season of isolation, right? But that's because God recognizes that the people that you are associating yourself with, your friends, even family sometimes, can be pulling you away from Him. And His goal is to bring you closer to Him. So He might start doing certain things in your life where you and this friend might fall out, or, you just kind of come to your senses and it's like, okay, I think I'm starting to outgrow the people that I'm with, right? And so you might find yourself slowly starting to pull away and entering a season of isolation where you just feel like you're on your own more. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because what God takes away, He replaces with better. So it might feel like you're alone right now, but it's not going to stay that way. Because I promise you, you will find a community of people that are a lot better in the period of life that you are in right now, and all that you are trying to achieve, all that you are doing for yourself. God is going to place the right people around you at the right time. Another example, you might feel like you're in a period of your life where things that you once used to enjoy, you no longer enjoy, right? And so you start finding yourself pulling away from old habits and trying to rediscover yourself, trying to rediscover new things that you may like. And that is God trying to pull you away from old habits, old environments, old scenes that are drawing you away from Him. And so you might find yourself trying to rediscover who you are as an individual during that process, because when you stay stuck in a certain period of your life for so long, you kind of get adjusted to that, you get used to it, and it becomes familiar. So, entering into a new season of your life where you are trying to change your habits, change your ways, and really renew yourself, transform yourself can definitely feel weird, but I promise it's for your good. And so, I can definitely identify with that, where after a certain period of time, like, you just might on a random day find yourself being like, I'm tired of this. Like, I don't find any enjoyment out of this. This is no longer fun for me. Let me go find something that actually gives me some fulfillment. Let me go do something that actually brings me some real joy, not temporary happiness, something that I'm going to regret the next day. So, God is definitely pulling you into a new season of your life for a reason. He always has a reason for everything that He does, right? He always has a mission behind everything that He does. And just because you're in that period of your life right now does not mean that you're going to stay there. This is the preparation season, right? God is preparing you for something bigger and better. And like I said, what He takes away, what he removes from your life, He's going to replace with better. So better habits, better friends, a better partner, a better sense of mind, and a better relationship with Him at the end of the day. All He wants for us is to truly blossom, right? He wants for us to blossom. He wants nothing but good things for us, right? And so He's going to do what He needs to do to get us there. God already has a plan for us. He knows exactly what He's doing. He knows exactly how He's doing it. He knows exactly when He wants to do it. God already has a plan for us. And after a certain period of time, we have to stop fighting it. We have to stop fighting it. I had to learn that with this whole dating experience. It's been like 3 years of me like just trying to date, and each and every single time it has gone wrong. It has gone wrong. And even though I go into it with the right intentions, um, it's just not my time right now. And that's because God wants me to focus on Him. God wants me to focus on Him, my relationship with Him, getting closer to Him, knowing Him more, and idolizing Him before He brings a man into my life. Because at this point in time, He knows that if He brings a man into my life right now, I'm going to idolize that man over Him. And that is exactly what He does not want. He wants me to put Him first above all else, so that He knows that when He brings the right man into my life, and this is the other thing, the right man into my life, that man is going to nurture my relationship with God, not take away from it. He's going to add to it, not subtract from it. And that's the other part, is being able to have discernment to recognize the right kind of man. Because that's another thing that I've struggled with, right? Just dating men and not using my discernment, or knowing that, like, oh yeah, there's a few red flags that I could probably walk away from, but like, I see the potential, so I'm going to stick around anyway. And God's like, no, no. And I'm going to show you exactly why. And He does every single time. And to the point where I had to kind of get sick of it. And that's the thing. God's not always going to force you to do something, right? He's going to tell you, He's going to show you in however many different ways that He can. But after a certain point, it's up to you to listen to Him. And He's not going to give you an option but to listen, but He's not going to force you to stop either. So it's essentially like on you to recognize, okay, this is God telling me to stop. This is God telling me to just pull away from this. This is God telling me to walk away from this and just walk closer to Him and listen to Him and trust Him in the process. Like, I know I'm not going to be single forever. I hope not, please. But like, I also can recognize that, like, right now is not that time for me, and that's okay, right? And so I can say that I have gotten better with ending things quicker when I recognize that, okay, this person is not for me. And so being able to just use my discernment, but also listen to God when He's talking to me, instead of trying to ignore it or push it off, or just be like, well, maybe I can stretch it out a little bit. No, 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 no. Because I am realizing that when God is telling you something, He means it. He's not playing games, and He is not going to stop until you listen to Him. So I'm kind of like, all right, God, I get it. I get it. Not right now. Doesn't mean never, but not right now, right? So just like how if you feel like you're in that season of isolation and you're kind of just like, well, I just want friends, you know, I want a community around me. Like, I'm tired of being by myself. I'm tired of doing things by myself. I'm tired of feeling isolated. And God's like, okay, I hear you. There's a reason for this isolation. Maybe He's just trying to get you to rediscover yourself as an individual without other people around you who are negative influences, right? Or even, they don't even have to be negative influences. They can be positive influences, but He wants you to learn how to be your own person outside of that, right? There's things that He's trying to get you to discover about yourself outside of that. There's things that He's trying to work on with you that He can't do that when you're being constantly distracted by other things. Again, and it doesn't have to always be something negative. You could have great people in your life, but God needs you to enter a season of isolation because there are specific things that He is trying to work on in you. And those require a short period of isolation. They require no distractions, whether it's good or bad. And so God is trying to get you there because He is preparing you for something very big, and He needs your focus. And that's okay, because guess what? When you come out of that period of isolation, you're going to be 10 times better. You're going to feel like a whole completely different person. And you're going to thank God for that season of isolation, because of where it brought you to. When God's pulling you out of certain habits, certain environments and scenes that He knows are taking you down, that He knows are draining you, that He knows are pulling you further and further and further away from Him, He is not going to allow you to be comfortable somewhere where you're not meant to be. If there is one thing I've learned, God is not going to allow you to have peace in environments and places where you are not supposed to be. He will make you so uncomfortable to the point where you have no choice but to listen to Him. Like I said, He will not force you out of it. He can't physically snatch you out, but He will make you so uncomfortable that you have no option but to listen. So ultimately, like, if you just feel like you're entering into a new season of your life and you're feeling a little bit weird, it's out of your comfort zone, you just don't really know what to do with it, pray, pray. God will literally guide you along the way. one step at a time, right? Like he is not going to just take you into this new time in your life and then not guide you along the way. Pray to him about it and ask God to reveal what it is that you're not seeing. Ask him to reveal what it is that he's protecting you from. And along the way, when you're in that period of just progress and preparation, just continue to just dip into your word. Go to church. It doesn't have to just be on Sunday. You could turn on a sermon on any day of the week on YouTube. I do it sometimes when I just really need to hear a good message, right? Like getting into my Bible more, even still, like when you have other people around you who have those similar values, right? Like having friends that are close to God and just talking to them about, whatever it is you feel like you need to hear, having people around you, and again, that might look differently for somebody who feels like they're in that period of isolation. In that case, your friend is going to be God. You're going to talk to God. I talk to God like he's my friend, like a regular person. Like I just be talking. I just be talking. Like your prayers don't have to be like a formal written letter. Like you can just talk to God. He's going to listen to you however you present yourself to him. So just pray, fast if you need to. Whatever you feel like you need to do to get some clarity and to get that strength to keep on going through, because again, it's not always going to be easy. It's going to feel unfamiliar. It might be a little bit hard. It might get a little bit upsetting, and that's understandable, but just know that it's for a bigger reason. And when you continue to keep praying, I promise it'll help you feel better. God is going to help you understand, but he's also going to guide you along the way. And he's going to give you the tools that you need to be able to get through this season in your life. And I promise you, it will not last forever. It will not last forever. And if you just submit to him and allow him to take control, it'll all make so much more sense. And it'll be better and easier than you trying to resist it and you trying to fight it. Because, like I said, God is going to do it anyway, but he's just going to make you extremely uncomfortable until you have no option but to listen to him. And God just wants you to submit to him and let him take control so that he doesn't have to make it harder for you. He doesn't want to make things harder for you, but he wants you to listen to him because he knows exactly what he's doing. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning into this video. And I hope that you were able to get a really good message out of this. And I hope that you guys have a great day. It's finally starting to look nice outside. So let's just hope and pray that it stays that way. But I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you and God bless you guys.